Forever deserving victory.
Forever deserving victory.
Alright. In the bottom left corner, spawning in close positions in this Terran versus Zerg. In this best of one, from Prometheus Gaming is the Green Terrans, Stewpower.
Their opponent will be playing the Red Zerg up in the top left corner. He is forward division SKD.
From Forever Deserving Gaming.
That's what I said.
It is...
SKD.
Man, you need to work on the enthusiasm. You need to be like FXO QXC or COL QXC, as he is known now. But I thought of him as FXO QSC because it was funny when his name was only letters, like FXOSC or EGJDRC or LGIM
Yep.
or one guy I faced on a Smurf account whose name was EGLGIM
He was the culmination of all of those people.
He killed me with like 2 Marines.
That's all you really need. I mean, I've never needed to build more than 2 Marines ever, and I'm still in bronze, so...
You shouldn't tell people that. It's embarrassing.
I think what would be embarrassing is if I'd never left bronze since the game has come out. I left once. It happened, I swear. And I just quickly went back because I was scared. It was dark outside.
Both scouts gonna cross each other. And I guess XKD, SKD, God, I keep saying X, saw the way that the SCV was coming and thought, maybe he's in the bottom left, and was correct. So, SKD going to be able to get a good scout there. Going to be going for gasless 4 queen, it looks like. And since there are no gases taken from Stewpower, that's going to be the best opener against the barracks first, because you get 4 queens, you get a lot of drones, and you can defend pretty much anything. Except 1 Marine.
Yeah.
No Marine does get a kill for its troubles.
That's just annoying to have that slightly delayed, just leaving an SCV. We'll see no gas for Stewpower though, so we won't be seeing any sort of super early harassment or Reaper coming out, just general stuff going for that expand right there. It is.
Yeah, I'll probably take double gas right about now and build a factory. There we go.
Yep.
And he'll build 2 more Marines and build a reactor and a factory. And he's going to be able to go ahead and get the scout off into the main base of SKD. But the queens should be popping out pretty soon. Interesting that 4 lings are being made instead of just 2. Maybe we'll try to be taking some more map control with that more aggressively. But regardless, we should just see no gas up until around 36 supply or so and 4 queens. You get that creep spread going and get those upgrades right away.
Very strong opening from SKD. Can pretty much easily defend against anything a Terran could really throw you this early on in the game. Pretty one-handedly. Doesn't need to think too much about it. Doesn't need to be where it is. Super content now. Just sit back and drone.
Well, he's getting way ahead in the harvester count. I've noticed Stewpower missing a few SCVs here. So he actually has almost as many SCVs mining minerals as he does gas. And that puts his factory a little bit behind. It'll be tough to produce a couple Hellions. But when the mules kick in, you should be able to be doing alright with that. And here come the extra 2 queens. You should see a 3rd base coming down fairly soon. So this is the opener that lots of professionals got really mad at when the queen got buffed about a year and a half ago or something like that.
Oh, I remember that time.
Yeah, so, because the thing is, you don't have to commit any larvae to units. You can commit it all to drones. And Terran can't really do that much except just try to play greedier. But then when the Reaper opening came out, they were able to get scouting, they were able to do harassment and things like that without having to commit super heavily and get behind in resources. And varies up the opener a bit, but this is just so strong. Because look at all the mineral income. He's already on 34 workers, and he's going to have great creep spread, and he's going to have upgrades. You don't need ling speed. It's just... I don't know. I have a lot of good feelings about why this opener is amazing. It will be a Banshee opener for Stewpower, and the queens are going to be able to hold it off if they scout it and have detection. So should be fine. We just need to see if SKD is going to be able to scout that out or not in time.
currently 40 drones to the 24 SUVs of SKD, and 5 Marines that are generally sitting around defending against something that's not coming. So, Stewpower really needs to get a better scout off to just know exactly what is going on. He'll find that third base, no, well, my opponent's not doing anything, so I can either let him get ahead of me, I can push my own economy ahead, or I can get these Banshees out and hope they don't get scouted.
Well, this is the other thing too, is that since the factory was a little bit later, this is 30 seconds of map control that Stewpower doesn't have. Imagine if he was at the base right now scouting everything with his 4 Hellions and able to push back some creep. We'd be doing a lot for him. And he's actually even going to wait for 6 Hellions before he moves out and tries to take into map control. And in the meantime, 11 drones in production. We're about to go up to 52 drones.
To the 32 of SKD. 4 Hellions are going to move out and run into a couple links, and they can take these out pretty easily. 4 Hellions roast links pretty quickly.
They do it in 1 hit, actually.
Yeah, that's quick. Hellions are nothing but quicker now. Now they're going to be up to 6 Hellions, and the first Banshee is out. Cloak will be finished in about 50 seconds as well, 40 now.
Yep, somewhere around that time. Usually you just think, okay, well, it takes 2 Banshee production times to produce Cloak, so you usually just have 2 Banshees of Cloak. And Cloak should be finishing right about now. We do not see any Spore Crawlers. I don't think SKD has seen the Banshees as well. Layer is done. Okay, it finished so quickly, right when I said done, that I clicked on the Spine Crawler instead of clicking on the layer. So you will be able to make an Overseer and just put it in with his Queens. But now the Banshee's revealed. So Spore Crawlers or an Overseer should be produced, because nowadays you don't see a Banshee come without them.
It's just really no reason to have that Banshee lying around unless you were planning on harassing. There's a Cloak even seen now, so. Stewpower, SKD now knows everything's going on in there now. Spore Crawler's going down in all the bases, and he has a small window now where he can do a little damage. But the drone count is so high for SKD that the amount of ones he has to kill to evens out would be insane. A lot of links get roasted, but the larva is still paying for itself. And
yeah,
that one goes down to 5 Queens. That's an unnecessary loss right there.
Yep. I was about to say not a single Hellion died so far. And keep in mind, Ling Speed is not done. These are slow links he's fighting just into a Spine Crawler on creep. And yes, Stewpower's gotten some scouting done, but at the same time, just 43 SCVs to... And he's still making Banshees. He does have his upgrades though, which are just starting. His 3rd CC is almost done being made into an orbital. His infrastructure is really kicking in. So he still has a really good timing, but this early burrow could prove to be a bit troublesome for Stewpower.
Trying to make that transition now. As 2 extra barracks going down, Raptor is going to finish up on 2 of his other ones, and he will start to produce. He's even making the full switch into that bio play, but it's going to be a hard sell to get moving. He will have to get it up fast. 4th base going down for SKD. That larva count, that macro and infrastructure are going to be so powerful for him that it's going to be really hard for Stewpower to pull himself back into a winning position.
Turrets are going up just now as the Spire has been spotted. Overlord gets in time to poop creep. Keeps Command Center from landing. Just in time is what I meant to say. Additional Banshee's going to be trying to come in. I really don't think this is going to be cost effective for Stewpower at this moment. A couple tanks are going to be used before Widow Mine production really kicks in, just to try to make sure he secures this expansion against any sort of really aggressive timings. Because if SKD decided to not go for, say, 2-2 and just build a lot of Banelings and try to go for a bust at the 3rd, it might be hard for Stewpower to hold off. So just going to be being really safe by getting that tank out. Armory is finishing up as the upgrades will be finishing up, so 2-2 will be on the way shortly. Looks like SKD delaying 2-2 as well. A couple supply depots not in production, so Stewpower is going to be a little bit supply blocked here, which could hurt him. He will be able to afford his upgrades at least, because you don't have to be non-supply blocked to build those. And as I say, that combat shield to concussive shield go down is no doubt because Thursday needs more supply depots. And already spending all this on call down supplies is costing him a lot of money he could be having in mules. Because 1 call down supply, if you get to mule a fresh base instead, gives you 5 Marines. So 20 extra Marines can do a lot, especially against a muleless base force.
Smolder Mules are going to move down into the 3rd base of Stewpower and will do a bit of damage, but there are some turrets up here on the high ground. We'll push them back, and actually lose a couple there to some Marines, but Minimax didn't need to lose those, but just got softened a little bit. It can regenerate that health though, so it's not the worst thing that could have happened. And the baiting nest is actually just starting now too.
Yeah, Bailing Nest I think was quite late. I think it was quite greedy to not be doing that. Banshee does get taken out. Looking the workers killed, it's 4-3. And a few tanks and mines are going to be trying to move out and take some map control. Interesting to be producing roaches in this circumstance. Roaches and queens can do a lot. And oh, this is... Yep, this is completely... This is an... I don't think it's an all-in. It looks like an all-in. Because you have a bunch of full energy queens that you built energy on instead of spreading creep. That you can use for transfuse. Oh no, they were just on their way to attack a Banshee. Okay. And it just hasn't been spreading creep. Okay. I was like, is he going to attack with these roaches and get all these full energy queens that we sometimes see in like ZVZ with a couple mutas? That makes a lot of sense. And I was like, man, that's genius. And then it was a mistake, and now I am disappointed.
Hope. Infestation pit being started now, so he's going to want to take up to that hive, which will be really helpful in taking it if he continues with this light barrier eventually. He does have 3 tanks on the field right now. And we'll engage there. The roaches are a bit pushing forward. Trying to back, but these tanks are in a pretty good position right now. And we'll lose. Whoa, one queen. Almost lost a second.
Stewpower having really good control right now. Oh, slow Banelings off creep. Let's see how well they connect. Oh, sarcasm.
Yeah, Marauders take a couple of hits, and they're being forced to blow up on more Marauders. Take out about 3 in total for all those.
Also, Stewpower killed his own Widow Mine there. He's like, great job, now you die. But really good control from Stewpower right now, not taking hardly any damage with this, playing very patiently, leapfrogging the tanks, and he's still got a decent amount in the production pad back home. I really like this play. This fourth base is going to go down, but SKD is on 100 drones right now. It's going to be really difficult to do enough damage. You're just coming back and take out these tanks as well. They're going to be able to get 2, Link take out another. There's only 1 tank left, and Jim's dying because
don't swing those deals around. You don't want to lose them unnecessarily. Just run a couple of Jimmy trying it. We'll save the rest. And now these roaches are trying to hold off this army a little bit. Not the biggest army.
Q2's about to finish as well.
And Tito's re-enter, finally across the map for reinforcement. And this army's going to get steadily harder to deal with as time goes on.
Ooh, big Baneling hit there. Another big Baneling hit. Marauders in the back, though. The tank is unseized. The tank is trying to do what it can. Marines have to stop to attack the Mutalists, and then they die to the Banelings, and that SKD barely pushes us back. Hot pickup right there. If he didn't have the achievement, he would have gotten it, but then saves that tank and boosts away. That is a hero medevac right there. Mutas are going to try chasing it. Marauders like, no, hit me instead. They oblige for the moment, and then they go back to try to pick off some free medevacs that don't have tanks in them. But 3-3 is now on the way. Hive has started. Main base is mined out. A 4th base is established. Or sorry, a 5th base. 4th CC is being built, is what I meant to say. 3 more queens in production as well. So, lots of queen priority. SKD's counter attack going to be deflected just by a tank. Which is a problem with a mainly roach-based force. Just like 1 or 2 tanks and some marauders mixed in with a bio. Instead of the mines, counter it completely. They're going to try to come counter-attack. But I think that Stewpower should be able to deal with this.
Currently, SKD's upgrades are a little behind. He only has 2-0 for his roaches and 0-1 for his Mutalists, so he really needs to help get that up, as 3-3 is starting, it's on the way for Stewpower for his bio, and one is starting for his mech as well, so that's going to get really out of hand for him too. He does not want to let that get ahead of him, because then it's super hard to combat against a force like that.
You know what's less scary than 6 Mutalists? Nothing.
4?
Alright, and 4. That is also less scary. I was seeing them walking with these 6 Mutalists. I'm like, what are you gonna do with those besides just letting them die? You can like tickle a command center.
Balins are gonna come in now. If they get that army out, it is attacking the roaches right now and distracting for just a second. Tank is a little opportunity, and now they're gonna start to roll forward. But another tank,
leaving all the Marauders in front like a boss. Stewpower. Such incredible control. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Oh my god, I have a word that I can't say on stream. for this control, and this Widowmine just sitting here getting kills too. Oh, Stewpower. You man. Infestors have to be made now. They do not have pathogen glands, so they will not spawn with a fungal. Lots of scans being made, lots of banelings being made too. It's kind of just been roach baneling all game, and neither player's really been maxed out. It's been quite scrappy, I must say. Lots of engagements, and it's very difficult to manage everything on the different fronts. So both players just playing at a really high level, I have to say.
Onto this fourth base here, and we'll be able to do a lot of damage. A number of things are going to roll around, see if they can be threatening. Looks like this fourth base will go down, and that's a nice pickup from Stewpower. Although his opponent is currently slowly mass expanding all across this top half. So that's something.
There are some infestors here. They do have the energy for one fungal each. Tanks are lagging a little bit behind. Another fungal gets on those Marauders. Drones are going to be attacking with the Banelings right now. Marauders trying to attack the Infestors. Infestors die so quickly with the Marauders into the counter armor. And a few forces moving back, and that's not even with his tanks and he's watching the engagement. Meanwhile, Stewpower has established his fourth base. Roach is just trying to trade cost effectively, but the resources lost. Stewpower is almost twice as cost efficient, and he's been playing from a supply deficit, mind you. He's had less supply this whole game, and now he's ahead. What are you going to do against that? What are you going to do? You just hope for money, fungals, and hive tech units. But he doesn't have an Ultraflow Cavern, he doesn't have a Greater Spire, he doesn't have Adrenal Glands, he doesn't have 3-3. It's going to be really deployed. He is going to be trying to get a counterattack. He does catch a small piece of units on siege right there. So a good pick off for him, but fungal growth. No fungal growth from these infestors just yet. They're going to be trying. They're trying, but they're actually going to be able to heal through it.
So I mean, is moving forward. It is doing damage here and there though, but it is slowly being picked off. Two infestors currently burrow right there. Could do some damage, but are going to pull back now. Now he's trying to push forward, and Widowmine's being burrowed, attacking up into these roaches, and they're going to burrow again as well. He's going to right on top of them too, and that's not exactly where he needs to be, although not enough roaches to deal. And Stewpower's going to continue to push his way forward into this base. Take out the upgrades as well.
And now this is the thing, is all the production is just going to come out and try to sandwich the army, but it's not going to be able to organize itself enough. It'll just eke out and die in small increments. And Stewpower has the only things on the production tab right now. He's falling so far, he's pulling so far ahead in resources blocks. 4 infestors, a lot more roaches on the way. But SKD does not have the larva to send. His natural's going to go down. His main's going to go down. His only saving grace are these 2 bases where he's oversaturated. I don't see him able to engage his force. I don't see him being able to keep his tech.
Well, roaches are moving in along with 4 infestors, but it's going to be super hard to engage, especially with all these reinforcements just filling in across the map. And he's going to slowly lose the ability to deal with this. He's going to lose base, he's going to lose larva, he's going to lose army count, and execution from SKD.
Oh, I did not have Starboard up the full time. So sorry, look, it was up for the last second.
TvZ was called. We got it.
It was.
It happened.